Good afternoon, everybody. I am your host, Shylin Davis, filling in for your typical host for Monday, Wednesday, Donjia Burris, for Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. I'm here to bring you the latest updates, stories, and some delightful whatnots from our community. Our show is jam-packed today with our Mississippi moments from Randy Yates recalling his time around the dinner table as a youth. Stay tuned.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Welcome back, folks. Here's a look into our news for today. For our USM campus news, USM fundraising campaign exceeds goal in record time. The University of Southern Mississippi celebrates another storied milestone as Give Wing, the campaign for Southern Miss, has been successfully completed 2 years ahead of schedule. USM alumni, faculty, staff, and friends collectively committed more than $156 million to support student success, academic excellence, and innovation and discovery during its most ambitious fundraising campaign. Quote, "Give Wing is another example of Southern Miss grit," end quote, said University President Joseph S. Paul during an announcement held Friday, November 10th on the Hattiesburg campus. "We set audacious goals, pursued them with an uncommon passion and relentless persistence, and reached them in record time. I would like to thank all of our donors for helping us knock through the roof our campaign goal." In addition to the remarkable support received, USM is privileged to have invaluable guidance from its Campaign Leadership Council. Each member shares a passionate belief in Southern Miss while recognizing the importance of the philanthropy to undergird the university as we continue to trailblaze, innovate, and ideate at USM. In Hattiesburg news, empty bowls help feed the Pine Belt's hungry. Every month, the Edward Street Fellowship Center, attends to some 2,000 families of the Pine Belt who don't have enough to eat. Empty Bowls helps keep the nonprofit pantry with enough food to feed the hungry. The annual fundraising event, which is staged Saturday morning in downtown Hattiesburg, reminds people of the empty bowls far too many face on a daily basis. The premise of it is to remind people of all the empty bowls in our community, said Ann McCullen, Edward Street Fellowship Center Executive Director. So hopefully when they look at a bowl, they're enjoying food and they can remember that some people may not have had a meal to eat today. Empty Bowls is a grassroots movement to raise money for food-related charities that was started by artists and crafts for people and it has spread to cities and towns around the world. In Hattiesburg, participants picked from a variety of ceramic bowls available at Main Street Books that were designed, made, and decorated by Pine Belt artists and organizations. People could then make their own way across the street for a bowl of soup, a chunk of bread, and some dessert. All of the food was donated by more than 20 area restaurants. The bowl and the meal together required $25. Saturday's event marked the 11th year of Empty Bowls and having been held in Hattiesburg. In Mississippi news, Mississippi faces RSV vaccine shortage. In Mississippi, State Health Officer Dr. Daniel Edney is highlighting a concerning shortage of RSV vaccines, with the security extending to the critical antibodies needed to treat infants with this infection. Dr. Edney emphasizes the importance of RSV vaccine, particularly for vulnerable populations such as young children and older adults, once it becomes widely available. He assures the public that the vaccine is new but well proven, safe, and effective, stating that he will personally take it as soon as it is accessible. This year, both COVID and RSV vaccines will be held will be accessible, through commercial pharmacies like Walgreens, CVS, Kroger, and Walmart, as they are not available in private clinics. Notably, the sole vaccine currently available in private clinics is the flu vaccine. Stay tuned for updates on vaccine availability and distribution. Now, in national or international news, dog food from Mid America Pet Food is under a voluntary recall due to potential salmonella contamination. The recall includes 3 lots of Victor Super Premium Dog Food, Select Beef Meal, and Brown Rice Formula in 5-pound, 15-pound, and 40-pound bags, with a best buy date of June 12, 2024. This recall follows positive salmonella testing during random sampling. Salmonella can affect pets and pose risk to humans handling contaminated pet products. Symptoms in pets may include lethargy, diarrhea, fever, and vomiting. Fortunately, no reports of illness in humans or pets related to this dog food have been received by the FDA. If you have purchased the recalled product, the FDA advises safely discarding it to prevent access by children, pets, or wildlife. For potential refunds, consumers can contact Mid America Pet Food at 1-888-428-7544. This recall is unrelated to a previous salmonella call by the same company in September, and no other products are affected. That's your news update from Southern Miss Today. Next, we'll have the latest in sports and weather, so stay tuned. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is "My job is people, everyone is my business." But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Sports segment. Let's dive into the latest scores, highlights, and sports. The men's basketball team extended its home winning streak to 16 games on Monday night in a 64-42 winning score over William Carey at Reed Green Coliseum. Sunbelt preseason player of the year, Austin Crowley, lived up to the hype as the senior guard went for a game-high 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. It was the first double-double for the West Point and Sunrise Christian product. The Golden Eagles got off to a quick start as they jumped ahead 8-0 after winning the opening tip. Crosstown foe William Carey ripped off a 10-0 run, though, to pull ahead and silence the home crowd. The Crusaders played with a lead no larger than 2 before Southern Miss rattled off a 13-4 run to close the half. Following the game-changing run, the Crusaders only got within 15 points of the Golden Eagles the rest of the game. Jose Benitez came off the bench to draw 2 charges and swatted a Crusader layup to make his presence known on the defensive end. Reed Green Coliseum got its loudest when Luke Latner took a Crusader defender through the spin cycle with 20 seconds left on the clock. Latner drove to the hoop in front of his head coach and father before spinning into a layup. Hart finished with 12 points and 7 rebounds to join Crawley in double figures. Ivory also finished in double figures, scoring 13 points on a 6 of 14 shooting from the floor. Arnold added 7 points, all of which came in the first half. This was your sports segment for today. Head to southernmiss.com to keep up with all the Golden Eagles sports and activities. As for our weather today, Look for a cloudy day in the Pine Belt with a 20% chance of rain, which I hate. Highs will be in the 60s as we head into tonight. Look for increasing chances for rain with lows in the lower 50s. Tuesday is expected to be wet with highs around 60. The chance for rain is about 70%. It will also be breezy with winds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. The rain is expected to continue Tuesday night into Wednesday, but for the rest of the week, look for a bit of mild weather with highs in the lower 70s and the lows in the 50s. However, the lows will drop into the upper 40s on Sunday. That is your weather forecast for this week. Up next, we will have Mississippi Moments produced by the Center of Oral History and Cultural Heritage with Randy Yates recalling his times around the dinner table as a youth. Check this out.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. The term comfort food is used to describe those dishes that remind us of home and family. Randy Yates of Oxford shares his memories of foods his mother prepared.
We always had a sit-down dinner every night, and you were grilled about your grades and your homework. But we had, almost like clockwork, the same meals every week, and they were great. And of course, we would complain about them and want pizza and stuff, but we probably had fried chicken 2 nights a week, and you had the exact same thing with chicken. And I'm the same way. I eat certain things with certain things. Whatever I eat, that's what goes with that. Pot roast, mashed potato, green beans. Fried chicken, rice and gravy. Peas, butter beans with a purple onion and a hot pepper or pepper sauce, and a pickled peach. We always had a pickled peach, and probably a biscuit, maybe a biscuit, or cornbread. In summer, of course, with tomatoes. Every meal with tomatoes. In vegetables, we shelled peas. Went to the farmer's market, got a bushel of peas, and she'd make us all sit there all day shelling peas. Man, I hate shelling peas.
To hear more, visit MississippiMoments.org or just like us on Facebook. Mississippi Moments is supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. The humanities are for everyone.
That was your Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up, we have the pleasure of hearing from Mr. Edward Clark, the director for the campus ministry. Stay tuned.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Calling all families.
Calling all children. And kids of all ages.
Are you looking for a variety of music the whole family can listen to?
Yeah!
Then look no further. We have traditional songs, international tunes, and fresh new beats.
Join us every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
Right here on Southern Miss Radio.
For the Hickory Dickory Dock Show. Catch you Saturday. Catch you then.
Now, everyone, please give a warm Golden Eagle welcome to the director of the campus ministry, Mr. Edward Clark. Hi, how are you? It's nice to have you.
I am good. How are you guys doing today?
We're good up here. We're good.
Great.
It's a little dreary outside, but other than that.
Yes, and it's got me real sleepy.
I know. It's the perfect weather to sleep. So, for those who don't know you, can you give us a little information about who you are and what you do?
I am the director for Lighthouse College Ministry here at the University of Southern Mississippi. I am born and raised in Hattiesburg, and so I love the city. I love the campus. I am a graduate of Southern Miss as well, but I am the director of this ministry, and I love doing what I do.
Okay. How long have you been the director for the ministry?
About 15 years.
Really?
About 15
and
years.
throughout that 15-year career, what has been like some of the highest highs that you've experienced?
I would say always just see college students grow, just playing a part in that growth process, or being that bridge for a student that come here 17, 18 years old, and watch them mature and grow. 22 years old when they graduate, and even being able to keep in contact with them, social media, phone numbers, happy birthday texts, and all of that. So some of the
Right.
students actually became, we're friends now.
Oh.
So that's great.
Yeah, that sounds like it's really fulfilling to do. Are there any other ways that the ministry interact with the community of Hattiesburg?
Any other ways? Yes, we do outreach as well. We partner with local churches to do things in the community, and I'm trying to think, but yes, we do partner with the community, but always looking to get involved more, especially post COVID, because I think there's still a lot of work to be done. We partner with Christian counseling services and things like that.
Okay. Um, are there any like opportunities for people who aren't involved in, like, say, like a spiritual journey? Are there any opportunities for spiritual growth, like study groups or like classes outside of the ministry?
Outside of the ministry, well, we meet weekly for our normal Bible study. So yes, there is always room to grow. There's always room to get connected. We're always looking for students to help get involved, because this is a student-led program. I wanted to have my president and vice president here, but they was unable to make it because of classes, and so I didn't want to pull them out of their classes. So yes, there are always opportunities, whether it's Bible study or outside of Bible study, to get connected. We do a lot of, I guess the church term is fellowshipping, but I think the street word will be just kind of hanging out, getting to know each other, building friendships, because we look at our ministry as a family while you here at Southern Miss.
Okay, right. That's actually like, that's very beautiful to say, because I feel like a lot of people, like, I'm 24 and I've grown up in the church, but a lot of people don't really, like necessarily have that. So I think it's really cool that you guys shed a light on that on campus and give people somewhere they can, I guess hang out, hang out
Right.
or fellowship with people that are like-minded. Uh, do you have any upcoming events that you wanted to talk about?
Oh yes, we have one tomorrow that we're getting ready for, and I'm already sleepy, getting prepared for this. And it is a worship service that we're having in Thad Cochran Ballroom 1. That is the third floor of Thad Cochran for all of the students, and it is called Revive. We'll be coming, be singing, and got a special guest coming, Latanja Blair. That'll be coming from Fort Worth, Texas. She is a recording artist. Her and even her husband, they have sang with Kirk Franklin. She does background singing for Tamala Mann. She travels with her, and so she's also a first lady. And so we're looking to have a great time. And anybody who wants to come, they're welcome to come.
Okay, you said that you were going to have a special guest, Latanja Blair. How did you get to know Latanja?
Well, it's kind of a crazy story because I want to say maybe 8-10 years ago, she was here in Hattiesburg at a service that the college ministry went to be a part of. There was a lady, Joyce Rogers, who is now deceased, I want to say about 2 or 3 years. She was speaking at Mount Carmel here in Hattiesburg, and we went by and we heard her. And that was my first time hearing her, ever hearing her name. And when she started singing, within about 10 seconds, I was like, this lady got it. You know, she really has it. And she is a really anointed person of God that I think that can really be a blessing to the students here. And so she's been with me before. We've invited her before for some other things, other conferences that I've done in the past. But that's been a few years, and so I wanted the campus to experience the gift and the talent that she has on tomorrow.
Awesome. That sounds really good. I might have to swing by and show on up.
Yes, please do.
This is very interesting. Y'all keep on listening now. Okay, so I did have another question that I wanted to ask, but it kind of slipped my mind. So I'll just say, does this give you fulfillment? And if it does, why is that? I know you said earlier about getting to know people and watching them grow and become like, adults and get them into the ministry. But why does this offer so much fulfillment to you?
Well, because I think that this is something that students need. Many, may not say it, but it is hard. As much as it is a great experience for college students to be away from home and experience the college life, there are some negative sides to it, where some may go through depression, some may experience high levels of anxiety.
Yeah.
And then just the uncertainty of what is tomorrow going to be like. What is, I'm a freshman, what is next year, the year after that, real adulthood going to look like? Where am I going to go to graduate school? Where am I going to reside after I graduate? And so just all of the major decisions that surround being a college student, and then just sometimes environments that's just not good for you. You have relationships where you may need counseling, all those things. So it is a lot that goes on with a student that's just not what I can see, in the limelight of just all having fun and having a lot of partying, and it's all good times. And no, it's not all good times. And so that's the part that I want to help students do that. And you asked the question about being fulfilling. It is very fulfilling. It is very fulfilling for me. One of the things, because I just believe this is what I am called to do. I made so many mistakes when I was here at the university. I grew up in the church. I'm a pastor's kid. My mom told me don't do this. My dad told me don't do that. And I came out here and I just didn't do as I was taught to do. I didn't do all the right things, if I could say that. Mm-hmm. And so I'm here at this university to help students not make the mistakes that I made.
So you kind of act as like a beam of guidance in a way.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that gives me chills. That gives me chills. Well, it's been great talking to you, and I appreciate this insight and this information. Y'all, that was the director of the Southern Miss Lighthouse Ministries, Edward Clark, and just, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you for being on.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. And can I share our Facebook and our Instagram?
Yes, definitely. Go ahead.
You can go to Facebook. It is Southern Miss Lighthouse Campus Ministry on Facebook, and our Instagram is USM Lighthouse. Go check us out. You can inbox us if you have any questions or anything. But Lighthouse is here, and we would love to see you all.
All right. Coming up, we've got our news wrap with Simeon Gates reporting on the recent United Campus Workers of Mississippi meeting. Stay tuned, guys.
The USM branch of UCWMS held an open meeting on Monday, October 30th, to raise awareness about the union and its new petition. The petition calls on University President Dr. Joe Paul and Provost Dr. Lance Nail to support a pay raise for all university employees. They want to raise salaries to $25 an hour, stipends for graduate students to at least $35,000, and add an annual inflation increase of 3%. Workers in Mississippi can form and join unions, but their powers are limited. According to Dr. Mike Forster, one of the union's leaders, USM's UCW cannot do collective bargaining or striking. Their goal is to start a conversation with the administration. The goal of Monday's meeting was to raise awareness and gather signatures. Forster further explained the union's cause.
You have to listen to your employees. You have to respond to their concerns if you want any kind of a decent workplace for everybody. If we're going to fulfill our mission as a university to work effectively with students, to carry out research and all the good stuff we do, work with the community, we have to have a good working environment.
Thanks for listening to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. Thanks to our audio engineer, Ashanta, and our video producer, Michaela Stapleton, for keeping this bird flying. Big shout out to our assistant producer, who is me, Shylin Davis, executive producer, Miss Whitney Howard, program director, Shania Williams, and our GM, Dr. Martin. That wraps up our show for Southern Miss Today. Thank you for tuning in, and remember, soar high to the sky and fly, eagle, fly. I'm your host, Shylin Davis, signing off for now.